Oh, it is a Mix It Up Radio Saturday night, and of course my name is Anthony and I am your host, and this is of course In the Spotlight, where we spotlight unknown musicians, bands and DJs. It is a special Saturday night that we've managed to get a fantastic young upcoming musician in from Europe who we are going to be speaking to tonight, and I must say, if you haven't heard of her, if you haven't heard her music yet, you're about to learn a little bit about who she is and what she's been doing and what she's been up to. But she is, of course, my special guest for tonight, and she is, and I'm hoping I'm saying this right, she is MBeyeline. How are you, MB?
I'm fine, thank you, and it's actually MBeyeline.
Your name is so, it is, it's definitely a tongue twister. But definitely people are going to know you, whether it's here in Australia or the world, because you're a great young upcoming musician. But definitely, I must say, it is definitely a tongue twister. Do a lot of people mispronounce it?
Yeah, actually, yes, but they're going to get used to it.
Of course, for those who don't know, you're only 18 years old. But I mean, just speaking to you at the moment, you sound like you sound like you're a lot older, which I
is it a good thing or a bad thing?
No, well, it's definitely a good thing because I mean,
okay.
I know a lot of 18-year-olds and a lot of young musicians who I've interviewed come across as immature and just wanting to simply, be famous, to get, whether it's singing covers or you on the other hand are mature. You have that drive, the passion. You can hear it in your voice. You know already at such a young age what you want to do, and how you're going to achieve it and where you're going to go about achieving it.
You speak so nice. Thank you.
But it's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, at 18 years old, you pretty much. In my eyes, you've achieved a lot. I'm wondering, being such young age, I wonder, was the music drive always in you from at a younger age? Or were there family members that have been in music that inspired you to want to be a musician as well?
Well, there's not anyone else in my family singing beside me, and yeah, I always had this drive for music, but at the beginning it was like a hobby for me. But at 14, I was like, I'm done singing covers. I have to be an artist myself. So I started singing my own songs and writing my own lyrics at the age of 14. And then I released my first single at the age of 15, I think. And it's been a really long road for me because I'm 18, but I started doing this since I was 14. So I'm in this for whole 4 years. When I was little, my parents weren't sure, like, is she really going to choose music as what she's going to do for the rest of her whole life? And because here in the Republic of Moldova, people they're not famous with doing music, and if they do become famous with doing music, it's another type of music. So R&B was definitely not something that I would fit in with in the industry here. So they're having doubts a little bit, but I convinced them, so they're very supportive, and they've been by my side since I started this.
I'm wondering, your videos on YouTube are professionally. I'm wondering, have you done all the work yourself by getting everybody that you've known, whether it's friends, family, involved in doing the recording for the videos of the many songs that you've brought out? Or has it been that behind the scenes you've had people that have been willing to help you out?
Well, there is only one music video that I've worked with someone else. It's about They Told My Way video, but all the other are totally edited by me and directed by me, and yeah, I've been pretty much doing the whole thing.
Wow, that's amazing, and that's fantastic to be able to do that on your own and show that not only are you a musician, but directing your own music videos and doing all the editing. I'm wondering, when it comes to writing music, does it take hours or weeks or months to write songs, or do they just simply come to you, whether it's walking down the street or driving in the car? How does it what is it that helps you to writing music?
I write based on my own feelings and life experience, but when it comes to the process of writing, I mostly write when I hear the perfect beat. It's when I hear a beat, and if nothing comes to me, then I'm like, no, this song is not for me. I'm not feeling it. But if I hear the beat and the lyrics just pop out in my mind, then I just write them down immediately, because that's how I write. I mean, I don't know. It just comes to me when I hear the right beat.
In the 4 years that you've been putting this all together, if not even younger, you've never come to a crossroad where you've thought to yourself, maybe, well, as you said, it was a hobby first, but then it became a profession. But with once that took shape, was there a time where you might have thought, maybe this isn't for me, and decided to stop? Or has it always been that no matter what anybody has said, be it good, bad, or anything that has tried to bring you down, you've decided that this is what you want to do and you are going to go forward no matter what?
Exactly. I've always said that I'm going to keep on going on no matter what, and I'm going to get there where I want. I'm really ready for what's going to happen to me next, and I'm not afraid of anything.
Are you going to be the kind of musician that when it comes to writing a mixture of songs, that will you write, well, with what you've already done, will you be a musician that writes love songs and breakup songs and other songs outside that spectrum? Or will it be that whatever, I guess, people are sort of listening to at the time, or during that period of time, that you'd want to write with what everybody else writes? I know many musicians do that.
No, I've never been driven by this thing, by what people listen to, because I think if you want to be an artist with a long life career, you have to make your own product, not to go with what just everyone else listens to, because that music today is born, but tomorrow dies. So that's not how it works, at least from my point of view. And I will write love songs as long as I will feel that I have to write this song. And yeah, I will also write breakup songs, most definitely. But I will not be writing just songs like this. I like to write about life, about good things, positive things, to give positive energy to people. But when I feel sad, or I don't know, I get through breakups, or I see people around me going through a hard life situation, and if I get inspired, I'll definitely write more songs about this topic.
Wow, that's amazing. As a musician, you are talking beyond your own years. It's amazing. There's not many musicians out there who are not afraid to speak their mind because they're afraid of what people might think. But at 18 years old, you are, like I said, you are definitely mature and know the direction that you want to go in. But I'm just speaking to you tonight and getting to know you away from just music. You are beyond your years, and I think that's awesome.
Thank you very much. As I told you before, you're speaking so nice.
Well, I mean, it's not every day. I mean, I know I've interviewed a mixture of musicians and authors and life coaches and many other people, but there's only been one other musician that I've spoken to who has similar passion and drive like you do, but you seem to have this drive that is beyond your years, because you already know that tomorrow, what happens tomorrow, be it good or bad, you already know what you want to do, even when it comes to music. It's amazing. Musicians seem to lack that. That it's not always about money. It's not always about. I guess some musicians have lost the passion and inspiration that leads them to writing really, really good music that people never forget. And you're pretty much, you have that dream, you are there, and you're even talking beyond the age of 18, even though you are 18. I guess I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and that's
Yeah,
not an everyday musician mindset, and I think it's amazing.
Well, thank you very much again. And well, I've sort of educated myself in this music industry because, as I said before, I studied a lot of things about a lot of artists, and I draw up my own conclusions about this whole thing. And I think I figured out what's the recipe for success, and I'm just going to follow my own path, and hopefully I'll get someday soon, if that's possible, where I want to.
For sure, and I definitely think it's possible. And with, I guess, with what we're doing, with what is being planned with Mix It Up Radio, definitely going to. You are one musician that once we go FM, and it's not too far away, that to be able to get your music out to the world here in Australia and be the first radio station to do it, I think it's going to be awesome. And it's amazing that when musicians like yourself come across, whether I guess it's those like Shifty who saw your music on YouTube and just thought, wow, a great musician, and to find out about what we do in the spotlight. But
big thanks to Shifty for that.
It's definitely awesome, and I'm glad that we've been able to get a hold of your music, but even get you on for a chat. I know with Europe being 8 hours time difference, it's not easy to plan around things, but it's been really awesome, and definitely the people here in Australia are going to learn a lot more about your music. And if they're not banging on doors to buy the music, then they're crazy, if you ask me. With the chat room on the website, it does get crazy, and the amount of people that are tuned in, whether it's from Moldova, Romania, the UK, Italy, and even Australia, even in Pakistan, we have a few listeners that are tuned in as well. But what is sort of making me just think, wow, is the listener numbers that are spanning out of control. I mean, if we were to have you on for another 2 hours, I reckon you'd break listener number records, because it's just it's unusual. It's unusual for somebody like yourself who believes they're not really known in the music world, even though you are. Is this your first radio interview, or have you done radio interviews before?
I've done radio interviews before, but not in Australia and not via Skype. That's a first for me, so it's really exciting and it's a new experience for me. And thank you.